Good evening and welcome to Edessa the Dark Crusade Season 2. We have tonight a scene that is somewhat of a scene following. It's been one night. This takes place the night after, or a couple of nights after, the, adventure into the underground of Edessa, where a quite significant thing took place. A lot of people got very injured, and, Madeline wasn't really one of them, but Margot was one of them. But she was fighting quite fiercely and in the thick of it. So, a messenger, a runner, has arrived with a message, letter, that will announce that Madeline will want to visit Margot and wish to see how she's doing. And we'll just say that she will, if it is at all possible, will visit her at any location she wishes. And a message has been sent back that Margot's bathhouse is a place where they can meet. So, as the scene begins, Madeline is just walking up to the bathhouse. She has her two servant ghouls just keep a distance, or, well, they're standing outside. They're not coming in with her. And she will just begin to head in. You'll probably bump into the servants or workers that are there.
Yeah, she'll bump into workers that are there that will show her where to go. Where there'll be a tub where she's laying. She's been here before. This time there are probably people that are there, beautiful, very beautiful people, men and women, kind of pampering her, giving her, rubbing her shoulders and washing. They're actually washing her.
Would be 3. So Madeline is not hungry at the moment. Madeline comes in and just bows. She will just say, it is good to see you again. Well, you seem to be taken care of.
She'll smile. She still seems pretty injured, but she seems a lot better than when she came back. Or than when she left. I'm doing better.
Madeline will just come closer, and she will just smile to the servants there, and she will just nod to them and just look at Margot and just say, any discussion? Would you want to have them in private, or can your staff listen?
She'll think. Yeah, and she'll perhaps it is better if we have this conversation alone. And she'll kind of wave her finger and her hand, and the people will leave.
Madeline smiles. Is there another tub?
This is a big one, so it's like one for multiple people.
Madeline will look at it and just, do you mind if I join you?
By all means, no.
And Madeline smiles. And Madeline will undress and get into the tub. And she will just say, your injuries are recovering?
Slowly. But they are recovering.
I must say I was surprised by your bravery and your skill in combat. do believe we worked well together.
I believe we did. I do my best. And just smile. One does not travel the world without being attacked by bandits, and well, after a while, you learn how to defend yourself.
Of course. But you would be surprised how many, well, neonates and Scylla who, well, suppose it is not that many of our kind, but many powerful women who are so powerless when it comes down to it. They are pathetic. Very few noble, regal women are truly powerful in her circumstances. I had thought you would be less forceful, less determined in a fight. I was wrong. Please accept my apologies for this.
Apologies accepted. I'm glad I could show you what I'm worth in battle.
I wonder. You took some rather hefty blows. I did not mean to derive you from the battle, but I did pick you up in order to make certain that you would not succumb to torpor.
No, I must thank you for this.
Do not worry. I will not infer a boon over this.
Just now.
Lesser members of my clan might, but you did your part. I do not believe you owe anyone anything.
Have you checked on the others? Sorry, go ahead.
No. She just seems to mention, unlike some others, she says it kind of lowly, as she's obviously thinking about someone.
Yeah, she'll smirk. Others.
I cannot say that I know the reason, but if I did not know better, I would say that Garnet tucked tail and ran when faced with, well, danger. He did carry Joanna off, who was, I believe, in torpor herself. But I know for a fact that the two of them escaped. I do not suppose you have spoken to her or seen her.
Not yet.
Well, I can assure you, she is still with us, I think. Quite certain.
Good. I would hate to be my clanmate.
Would you say?
What about the others? Have you checked? Have you met up with anyone yet?
Well, the Nosferatu have not had the chance yet, but they have been busy. I do not believe that they are taking social visits just yet. I will speak with Mother. I did cost her the functionality of her legs for some time. But I think that the fact that she is still among us will be more than enough to compensate.
It is good that she is still with us. It came close back there.
For more than one of us. She smiles, and you can see that it's not like a smirk. It's a fairly warm smile as she looks at you and she says that, because she's obviously referring to you, but she doesn't seem to be like, there doesn't seem to be really any ill will in it. Like, she just seems to just genuinely, warmly smile at you, quite openly just at you. Well, the only one I know of is Thorvald. Him and I celebrated. The night? Well, I suppose you could say that. That the both
It
of us
shows.
lived.
Yeah, and she'll have a big smile. I see. I should talk of celebrations. I should organize something once I feel better.
I would love to partake. If I am allowed, of course.
Of course you will be.
Well, I would like that. Although we should probably see if the plague is truly gone, although I do believe we have vastly limited the amount of rats that will come to the surface now.
She'll nod. Well, hopefully we took care of the biggest ones. I hate to see anything bigger than the ones we've killed.
Quite, quite the same feeling I have. It would be, did not believe that, well, a rat the size of a wolf was one thing to fear, but those three were. You can see that there is definitely. We are in Dice Roller 2, by the way. There's
Okay.
definitely something about Madeline's demeanor that just. But yeah, wow. Okay, yeah. She is not phased at all, because that is like 7 successes.
Yeah, I can't even
Yeah,
find
but
that.
it's actually a willpower roll, so it's not a perception empathy. So, but
Okay.
it's just like herself stealing herself thinking about it. But she is not phased at all. She just says it was quite a thing, but someone apparently played a lot more. I am quite certain that one of the rats was not entirely rat only. I do believe that someone probably vicissituted a kindred into it. Torvald told me that the thing was sentient, and apparently it was using animalism to control the other rats directly. A horrifying thought, but true. I trust him.
She'll nod. I have a feeling that the one that attacked me, the larger one, of the ones that attacked me, had something about its strength was unnatural.
Madeline will just move over in the tub to you, and she will just will you allow her to get close?
Yeah, she'll allow.
She will just just brush aside whatever's there. She's not like there's anything. It's very like examining as she just looks at the bite, like 1 or 2 bite wounds you have that are very very deep.
Yeah.
She just looks at them and she just says, "My dear, it is quite the extent, quite the power. I would say that those claws, perhaps the teeth, was not too dissimilar from our own. This damage, this force is quite unnerving."
She would give the gift of the embrace to a rat of all things.
I was not aware that it was possible, and I do not believe that is what happened. You have heard tales of the Samitsi, that they, with time and effort, can create some quite vile creations. I do believe we saw 3 of them. It would obviously take quite a lot of effort, time, resources, and knowledge. But I do believe that one could make a mixture of one of these giant rats and perhaps even a kindred. Now, if you ask me if anyone volunteered to it, I do not believe that is the case.
I do not believe someone would ever volunteer. I cannot imagine someone ever volunteer to end up as something like those creatures when counted.
No. But tell me something. Not only did you take this, and she puts her hand just over the wound, and just trails with her finger. Like, it makes it a little bit more painful, but she doesn't seem to just poke at it, but she just slightly touches it, and she says, "These wounds, you sustained them, and you remained fighting. Would you say that you are accustomed to pain?"
I have fought many times before. I don't think it ever came quite to this amount. Yeah.
From time to time, I take students, those who wish to master, well, different things. But my students must be willing, and my students must understand that pain is a part of the process, as it is in life. As all women, of course, know, pain is a relevant and reoccurring thing in all of life.
Indeed, it is. And that's not only the case for physical pain.
Indeed.
Sure, she's thinking. Definitely something I'll think about. See, what road is it?
Out of character.
Yeah, out of character.
Madeline is just she hasn't said anything, but she has just brought up like the road of Lilith.
Yeah, okay.
That's the one that Madeline's following, and she's like, but like that depends on how much kindred lore Margot has as to how much she would recognize of this. I'm not sure that you would recognize it with 2.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think she has 2, so I don't think she'll 2, maybe 3. Let me make sure.
Then you might have heard like things, but whether or not you would be able to connect it with this, I don't know, honestly. But okay. Madeline would just say, well, a thing to think of. What you must, of course, focus on. The very first thing was to get better, to get well.
No, she has 2, so yeah, she won't have heard of it.
We cannot have our prospective host hopping along, still in pain, while there are so many other things to focus on.
So, what's the first part of this? What?
Oh no, she's just saying that it's important for you to get better because we cannot have a host for the celebrations who is still in pain and just can't get around that easy.
Yeah, she'll smile. I do my best at recovering as fast as I can to host something to host a celebration.
Perhaps this lovely place.
Perhaps here, or perhaps at my haven, just outside of Odessa.
Whatever the case, I am sure it will be lovely, and I will very much enjoy your fine hosting abilities. And Madeline just begins to just wash her hair, and as she's doing, she'll just look over and just say, "Oh, I must say it is rare that I know that I am in the presence of someone who can say to rival me in looks,
In what, sorry? I didn't get that.
in looks, in appearance, in beauty. But I must confess you are quite fetching."
She'll smile. Thank you. You were even out in the battle out there. You were truly beautiful. It was like fighting alongside an angel, or maybe she'll smile. Well, some kind of some creature with divine beauty.
Well, I did not show myself for most of the battle, but another one of my another way to see me, I suppose.
She'll smile.
It is quite confusing for anyone, what shall we say, embraced in my other form to orientate themselves. Very hard indeed. It helps a lot with fighting them. But I must say I'm very, very glad that we all got out of it. It is good to see you recovering. Fully, I will be able to speak with Garnet and Joanna soon. And of course Dinosferatu when they are not busy. It's such a shame that our sweet Garland was not able to assist us. His sword would have been most helpful. Gerard is a formidable warrior, but oh well.
But what she said?
Um,
Just for like a half a second.
oh yeah, you just said that it was a shame that Gerard wasn't there. His sword would have been helpful, and he's a formidable warrior. Stuff like that. She seems to just linger on it for a moment and smile, but apparently he had better things to do.
Indeed, it is unfortunate that he could not be there. I've heard of his skills with a blade. I am yet to see him use one. Garnet, however, well, if anything, at least he saved the honor.
His dog,
Then again,
Alonso, I believe the dog is called. It is Mina's dog. That fought more bravely than he did. Good thing it would not be said of me, but why? A thing to consider.
I shall nod. At least, well, Johanna saved his life too. He only did what he should have. No more. Perhaps he will push himself further into our dealings with this plague. I'm sure he may not be able to serve in battle, but hopefully he will be able to be useful for something.
At least he will find more people to use his talents upon. Defenseless victims, more of them to torment. That seems to be his way.
Indeed. I'm not sure what happened with Mother down there, but the way he was humming, the way his humming was just joining his screams, following his screams. That is, was strange.
I know what he did. I asked him to do it on me once. It was different. I dreamt for the first time in 100 years. Not pleasant dreams, quite haunting in imagery. And it was not only when I slept. It was also when I was walking around in the night. I seemed to see quite a few things that were delusions.
May I ask exactly what you saw?
Suffice to say, it was for a person, for a weaker person, it would have been potentially mind-racking, mind-shattering. I saw people wishing to abuse me. People wishing to crush me. Haunting and twisting my mind. To abuse my both mind and my body.
That must be horrible.
It was. But the more horrible it is, the stronger I will become for it.
Just now.
And the more and the harder the rats bit you, if you embrace it, if you learn from it, the stronger you will become likewise. She gets up from the bath, just gets out. She just stands there, looks at you for a moment. These are some of the things I can teach to help you withstand mental duress, physical strain. Such is the things I can teach you, if you are willing. But please, you must get better first.
I shall nod.
Do you wish me to help you wash? Or will you simply just rest?
I will be fine. Well, I have people here, and I will rest. I believe I will be fine.
Very well. Madeline will go over, take a towel, dry herself. And she will get her normal clothes on, and she will just say, "It has been an absolute pleasure, Margot. Thank you for letting me share a bath with you. It is all too rare that I get to do it on a regular basis, but I am quite happy, and it's good to see you. Perhaps we should go and visit Joanna, the two of us, together?"
What a delightful idea. Yes, please. Tell me when you go visit them.
She might not be at home. I think we should go ask Aldrich the Wise if we wish to see her.
Why would Aldrich know where she is?
No, Aldrich the Wise breached the Nosferatu domain. I saw him for a split second. He used something the Tremere apparently have, one of their many things. In a flash of light, him, poor Joanna, and Garnet disappeared from sight in those tunnels. I have no idea if he followed us or whatever however he found us. I do not know, but he was there and he breached the domain. A quite interesting conundrum for the future, but oh well.
I shall smile. Well, at least and wait, what? Yeah, she'll say, I do not believe he would have harmed Johanna, but if he did, he'll have more than just the Nosferatu to worry about.
True. It was not necessarily him I was worried about. Joanna made for great pains, made Gerard and I swear and declare quite openly that we would not come to blows when this was going on, and made it quite clear to everyone else that anyone in violation of the agreement would be looked very, very harshly upon from her and perhaps other sides. And yet he is the one who breached the agreement. It is the whole situation I am somewhat curious to see what happens with. But alas, such is for another day. Please, I will take my leave. And please have a very speedy and good recovery. And she does a very deep curtsy to you. And we'll just do a couple of nods and we'll begin to leave.
Margaret will smile at her as she leaves. I guess with that, well, you have the button.
Yeah, but you can do the honors.
I guess with that we can end the scene there. Thank you, player, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. And we'll see you on another episode of Edessa, the Dark Crusade.